Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's challenging level puzzle, and it's called Whispers of Doom 5 by Nurgle's Gift. And here are the rules. We have normal Sudoku rules apply, which means every cell in the grid place a single digit from 1 through 9 such that there are no repeats in any row, column, or designated 9-cell region. We have cells connected by an X sum to 10, and cells connected by V must sum to 5. And all X's and V's are given. So there is a negative constraint involved. So for example, say we had a 3 here. That would mean that this would have to be a 2 because there's a V in between them and they must sum to 5, and this must be a 7 because there must be a X between them, so they must add up to 10. But we also know that these digits cannot have a 2 or a 7 because all X's and V's are given. So there cannot be a 7 here or a 2 here in either of these cases. Technically, there could have been a 2 here, but because there is no V between them, they cannot add up to 5. So that's what the negative constraint means. And we have adjacent digits along green lines must differ by 5 or more. So, say this was 3 and this is 7, then these digits would have to be a 1 and a 2, because those are the only digits which are 5 or more away from 7. And I call them whisper 5 lines. It's typically known as a German whisper line, but Setter came up with the name whisper 5, and I thought it made a lot of sense because it's very easily extendable. Anyways, those are all the rules. If you like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay, let's mark first the digits that have a V between them, and we can make them 1 through 4. Now, this has to be 6 through 9 because it's next to a 1 through 4 to add up to 10. That means these are 1 through 4 because these must add up. These have to be 5 or more away from a high digit, and a high digit can only be next to a low digit on a whisper 5 line. Therefore, we know this is 6 through 9. This is 1 through 4. Therefore, we have all the 1 through 4s available in column 4 taken. So this cannot be 1 through 4. 5 can never be on a whisper 5 line. So this is 6 through 9 here, which is next to 1 through 4, which is next to 6 through 9, which is next to 1 through 4. So this has to be 6 through 9 here. Yeah, and then this has to have 1 through 4 here with 6 through 9. So this must be 6 through 9 here to add up to 1 through 4 to add up to 10. So let's start by marking these. We're going to make this blue, orange, red, and green. We know this has to be a blue-orange pair because they cannot be red or green. So this is blue or orange. This is blue or orange. These are blue or orange. And this has to be blue or orange here. Well, these two digits add up to 10. So actually, let's mark these as yellow and pink. Or, we know these have to be blue and orange. So make that yellow here, and well, I guess we'll make this pink. So this is yellow. These two are yellow, so this must add up to 10 with that. This must be pink then. These two digits add up to 10, and it cannot be the yellow one, because this is yellow here. It cannot be pink. This has to be red or green. We're not sure which. Therefore, this pair cannot be blue and orange because the low blue and orange is here. So this is also red or green here. These two digits adding up to 10 cannot be orange or green, so they're blue or red. These can't be blue or red, so these have to be orange or green. These two cannot match any of these, so they must match one of these. So one of them has to be... Well, they could both be here. Um... Hmm. So whichever high is here, the high has to be one of these two, right? Because it can't be here. We also know, okay, in box 9, there has to be a 5 and 2 digits adding up to 10. Because these add up to 10, these add up to 10, these add up to 10. The other that adds up to 10 must be here, but obviously it cannot be here or here. So this has to be a 5 here. And this must be a pair of digits, 1 through 4 and 6 through 9. But we don't know which. Where can 5 be in column in box 3? Cannot be here, so it must be one of these two. So we're guaranteed a 5 here, which means 5 cannot be here in box 1, so 5 has to be here in box 1. 5 can't be here then in box 7, so 5 has to be one of these two in box 7. So then 5 has to be one of these three in box 8, because it can't be here, can't be here. In box 5, it's one of these 4. In box 6, it's one of these 3. 5 can't be here, so 5 has to be here in box 2. Okay. So this has to be 6 through 9 here. These two are both blue and orange, so this cannot be blue and orange. Right? Because this is not one of them. So this has to be red and green, which means this is blue or orange. We're not sure which. Neither of these can be the blue or orange here. So the low blue or orange cannot be here. It has to be here. The other low blue or orange is there. So both red and green are here. This is then either blue in both of these positions or orange. So we're not sure which. Okay. Both of these lows cannot be here. So red and green, or red or green, one of them has to be here at least. So where is this blue or orange here? It cannot be here in box 3. It can't be both here because there's no X between them and there's a 5 guaranteed here. So one of these is blue or orange. So this has to be the low red or green here. So this is guaranteed 1 through 5 here. The other one has to be low red or green here, and the other one has to be this, whatever 10 digits add up to 10 here. Because there's no other place for it, right? So obviously this could be both yellows or this could be both green, both pinks, but we don't know which. Whichever digit is here must match here because... So then we'll match this. So this is, we'll make it dark. It has to be the low dark here. Because if it's here or if it's here, matching the red-green, we know this is one of the red-greens. One of the red-greens is here. One of the other red-greens could be here. But the low one of the low ones has to be here. Which means it matches that. So this cannot be low red-green. We know low red-green has to be one of these. Cannot be here, so this must be low red-green here. Or low dark, I should say. So again, the logic behind this. Red and green Okay, actually, the logic behind this. Here, we have this is red and green because this is blue and orange. So this cannot be blue and orange. It's a red-green pair. Therefore, this is a blue-orange pair adding up to 10 because all the other digits add up to 10 here, and these must add up to 10. So both red and greens have to be in this set. So this is a two blue and orange adding up to 10. They cannot be here. They cannot both be here. So one of them has to be here, which means the other one has to be here too. So one of these is blue or orange adding up to 10. The other one has to be one of these two adding up to 10 with its counterpart. But then that leaves the other digit here, which is not in this grid, right? Well, then that low must be one of these two digits then, right? Because it can't be in column 9, it can't be adding up to 10 because the other ones add up to 10 with the blue and orange 10 here, and then one of these is red and green adding up to 10 here. But this is also red and green because it can't be both yellows, it can't be pink here, and this is definitely a low. So therefore, this is red and green here. One of the red or greens is adding up to 10 here, which eliminates this as a possibility for that set. And so this cannot be yellow because that adds up. These two eliminate that possibility from this set of 10. Cannot be the dark ones because, again, this is dark because the non-dark red-green is here, and they both eliminate that color for this one. So since this is red or green, it must be the dark one. This yellow eliminates dark for this one. And so we have the non-dark red or green here, which eliminates all possibilities to add up to 10 for these digits. And yellow means this can't add up to 10 here. And we have the other blue and orange in the dark. So this is one red or green, means that can't be red or green. This dark means this can't be red or green. The other red or green cannot be yellow, so this has to be pink, which means this is 1 through 4 pink, and this is 6 through 9 pink, which leaves where's 1 through 4 pink then in row 1? It has to be here. So this is 1 through 4, which means this is not the blue-orange. This is the yellow, which means this is pink here. We don't know, actually. Could be here or here, or here. So we have pink high, or pink low. It cannot be pink high here, so this must be pink high here, because they can't add up to 10 with another digit. So this has to be dark 6, 9 here, because that's the only remaining digit here. Yellow cannot be here, so this must be double yellow, which means this is the other red or green. I guess we'll make it gray. So yellow's here, yellow's here. That leaves yellow being here, but yellow cannot be these two or these two because there's no X in between them. So yellow has to be both of these. We have a 5 here. We have to have medium gray, and medium gray cannot be here. We have medium gray left, so therefore this must be a 5, which means this can't be 5. This is one of the medium grays, and this is the other medium gray because they can't add up to they have to add up to 10. That means this can't be 5 here. The remaining digit here is the dark low. Okay. This is then 5, and we're missing a medium. So this is 5 and a medium here. We have to have a high pink. It cannot be here. So this dark cannot be here, cannot be here, because this is the red-green pair. So this has to be a dark pair here. We have to have a dark. So the dark has to be one of these two. We have to have medium. The remaining digits in column 4 are 5 through 9. So are the remaining digits in box 8. So this is both yellows. We have both pinks here. So this cannot be... This cannot be dark. It has to be medium. Since this is medium, this can't be this is medium high. This can't be medium low. So this has to be dark low, which makes this medium low here. Okay, this is dark low, which means this is dark high. This has to be dark low. This cannot be blue or orange low, and blue and orange low can't be here because they would have to have a V next to it, so this must be the other blue or orange low. So this is 1 through 4 in blue or orange. Obviously can't be this one, though. Okay. This cannot be medium or dark. So it can't be yellow high, it has to be pink high here. So we have pink high and pink low here. Remaining digits of column 4. We have medium and dark high and a 5. So dark high cannot be here. It's either here or here. Medium high could be here. Or it could be here. Or it could be here. What do we have left here? We have pink high, which cannot be here. So pink high is one of these two. Dark high cannot be here, so dark high is one of these two. And then we have a gray, a medium gray, which we don't know. So medium gray could be any of these three. Okay. This is essentially pink and... So orange cannot be either of these. Orange could be one of these three. Blue can't be here. Blue has to be one of these four. Both of these digits, obviously, are not the pair that are here. So one of these has to be yellow. It cannot be yellow here because that's yellow here. So this must be both yellows there. This cannot be yellow or pink, and it can't be medium. This has to be dark. Which means dark has to be one of these three here. This cannot be pink low because that would add to that. This cannot be... So we have yellow here and here, which means one of these has to be the yellow. Well, it could be this one. Okay. Again, the reason why is these two pairs of 10 cannot be these two pairs of 10. So this pair cannot be here. It has to be this one. So we don't know what this one is. So this is green or orange here. And wait, no, it can't be that one. Well, this can't be double yellow. So this does have to be the green or orange one, right? Yeah, because this can't be yellow because that's yellow. Guaranteed. One of these has to be yellow, and yellow cannot be here, so this must be the yellow high. Since this is yellow high, it cannot be orange, because this would then have an X between them. So yellow has to be blue, which means this cannot be double blue. This is red. So this is green or orange. This is green or orange. Okay, so blue is here. High blue has to be one of these three. Okay, so this is low blue here, which makes this high blue here. That's low blue. This is high blue. Okay, so this cannot be high green because then these add up to 10. So this is low green. Sorry, this has to be high orange, which makes this high orange there, which means this cannot be orange. This is green. This can't be green. This is both oranges. Low red can't be here. It can't be here, so this is low red here. We have low green cannot be here, but high green has to be. So this is high green here. This cannot be low green here. Can't be 5, so this has to be high red. Which means low green is one of these two. High red is here and here, which means this can't be high red. Therefore, medium must be green. So this is low green. This is high green here. This must be 5 and high green here. And low green must be here, so this cannot be low green here. Dark is red. So this is high red here. This cannot be 5. This is not red here. Pink is orange. So these are orange. Okay. So we have high red here. We need high green, which cannot be here because they would add up to 10. So this must be a 5 here, and this must be high green. So there's no 5 here. 5 has to be one of these 3 digits in box 5, so this cannot be 5 here, which means this is a 5 here. So this is not green. We have a high green here. This cannot be low green, so this is orange, which means this can't be orange. That's green. So this is low green. We have high orange here. Remaining digits are high green and high orange. This can't be green because of the double green here. So this must be high orange, which makes this high green. This leaves this as high red. So what else do we have left? This cannot be... This cannot be the blue-orange high. Whichever, this one cannot add up to 10 with this, basically. So therefore, the high version has to be one of these two. If this is high and high, that would eliminate all possibilities for these cells here. So the other one must be here. So therefore, that makes this 5, which makes this a red 6 through 9, which means this can't be red 6 through 9. It's 1 through 4. 5 eliminates 5 here, so this is low red, which means this can't be low red. This is a 5. So this is high red. So that must be high red there. This cannot be low green because there would have to be a V between them. So this is high green, low green, high green, low green. This cannot be low orange because then there would be a V between this. So this is high orange, low orange, which means this cannot be low orange. This is low blue, which means this is not blue. That's orange, which means it's not orange. That's blue. That makes this high blue here, low blue there. One of these is low red. It cannot be No, not low red, low green. Low green cannot be here because there would be a V between them, so this is 5, which makes this low green. We have... This can't be low orange, low blue, or low red, so this is low green. Remaining colors in row 6. We are missing a low orange, which cannot be here, so this must be low orange here. And we're missing a high blue. So this is high blue here. We're missing a 5 now and a low green. Low green cannot be here because of a low green in the row, so this is low green here. That makes this 5. Remaining digits of row 4 then have to be high green, which cannot be either here or here, so this is high green here. We have low red, which cannot be here, so this must be low red here. And high orange, so this is high orange here. That leaves a blue here, this is 5, and a blue here. Well, this can't be blue here because there would have to be a V, or low blue here, because there would have to be a V between them. So this must be high blue, which makes this low blue here, high blue here, low blue here. Okay, now we have to match the Whisper 5 line. So, this obviously can't be 6 because it's next to 2 unique digits on the Whisper 5 line. This can't be 6 because it's next to 2 unique digits on the Whisper 5 line. So well, that matches that. Okay. So therefore, high reds must be specifically... oops. 7 through 9. Right, so we can remove 6s here. Same with high blues. Ugh. This is the part where I'm not the biggest fan of doing these, but remove 6s here. So low reds must be 1 through 3. So I'm going to remove 4 there, and low blues must be 1 through 3 for the same reasoning. So no 4 there. Okay. So orange low has to be 2 through 4. So high red can be next to low orange and low green on a Whisper 5 line. Blue has to be next to low orange and low red on a Whisper 5 line. So either it's going to be 1 and 4, if orange and red are 1 and 4, because they add up to... No, orange doesn't... Oh. Orange does not. So low oranges must not have a 1. It must be 2 through 4. And high oranges are 6 through 8. So we remove 9. Same with greens. Low greens have to be 2 through 4. So no 1, and high greens have to be 6 through 9, or 6 through 8. So this is 6 through 8 here. So what does that mean? We are guaranteed low greens and low oranges have to be at least 2 and 3, which means high red has to be at least 8 or 9. So remove the blues. So this has to be 8 or 9, which means low reds have to be 1 or 2. So no 3 there, it's 1 or 2. And therefore the low orange and the high orange have to be 5 apart from each other, which means low orange has to be 2. Therefore that makes low blues as 3. So low blues are 3. That means their counterparts have to be 7. That leaves low reds as 1. Ugh. Low greens as 2. Ugh. Low reds as 1. High reds as 9. That means, low greens are 4. Low oranges are 2. So we have low oranges are 2. Ugh. It's hard getting all of these down, but low oranges are 2. Can remove the coloring. So high oranges are 8. And that leaves low greens as 4 and high greens as 6. And that's the puzzle. Yeah, fairly straightforward. If you've done any sort of coloring with XVs, this is pretty straightforward. Otherwise, it takes a while to basically get used to these sort of puzzles. But once you start seeing things, you can start seeing where things can be and can't be, right? So that helps a lot. So, yeah, the whispers are there to basically disambiguate them, and that's it. So it's helpful there. I guess it does help. They do give you the high low splits too, which is actually pretty important also. So that was pretty useful. Um, yeah, I mean it's just basically a coloring exercise here for me. If you're not used to these type of puzzles, it could be a little bit more difficult. I can see that. But the logic is still fairly easy to tease out, so it's not necessarily going to be that hard either. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this solve, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.